Hi everybody, it's Lisa, Twyla's mom, and I'm just showing you my petunias right now. I'm in my pajamas actually, but I'm sitting on my front porch just out here watching the birds at the bird feeder and enjoying the nice cool weather while it's decent before it gets too hot. So I thought, well, I'll just get on here and do a little porch chat with you guys and let you know what's going on for the week and everything. Yeah, the pot that you're looking at is holding my petunias, and then I've got some zinnias growing in another pot to the left, and some marigolds down on the bottom step. These are steps to my porch, my front porch. But anyway, I really need you guys to say some prayers for me this week. Found out that my job is going to start making us work 5 and 6 12-hour days in a row because they cannot get anyone to work on the weekends. So they've decided that the two teams that work during the weekdays is going to have to pick up the slack now. And I feel like I've been lied to. I feel like I was given false hope that I would have a somewhat normal summer. And it really hurts that this company that I put so much time into and everything has decided that they think this is okay. In August, though, I will be fully vested, which means, my gain share or my 401k and everything is matched, in their stocks and all that. So I might be looking for other employment by then. But just wanted to let you guys know, if I disappear for a while again, it's because of that. It really I don't know. When I found this out on Friday, they didn't make us do it this weekend. They asked for volunteers, but nobody volunteered. Of course not. We worked 12-hour days. We're tired. We finally got our weekends back. Why would we volunteer to help another shift when our shift is desperate for help? I mean, we shut down production lines because we don't have enough people, but they don't make the weekend team come in and help us. Yeah, the weekend teams are going to continue to get their 3 and 4 days off per week. But the weekday teams aren't going to get that luxury. Yeah, you're going to hear some traffic noise. People, like right now, I think there's a giant tractor driving down the street. That's weird for in the middle of town, but I don't know. But anyway, I'm really feeling kind of down over the whole thing. I talked to Scott, my husband, about it, whether we could afford for me to quit if this happens. We can afford to do it. Things will be a little tight and stuff, but we won't be able to help Twyla as much as we would like. with her college and everything. And then, of course, there's the whole insurance thing. I have to have medical insurance for her Crohn's. So we would have to go through the whole process of putting her on Scott's insurance. And me, because, you know, I'm getting at the age where I need insurance for things, you know. But like I said, it's really disappointing. I feel like I've been lied to by this company. And been doing a lot of praying on it, you know, like, God, tell me what I should do, you know. Should I move on, find something else? I have never in my life quit a job or been fired from a job without having another one already lined up. So it's a scary thought to just quit without having a job. And you would be surprised. Lots of people are like, well, go work at Walmart or Dollar General, be part-time. Yeah, if I could find a part-time job, we'd be great, you know, we'd be fine. But I've tried to do that, and they do not want to hire people who's been making almost triple what their cashiers make. They don't seem to understand that, you know, you're willing to take that pay cut. I've tried for them jobs before, and they just don't want to. And plus, I have no experience when it comes to retail, and so I don't know what we'll do. Just pray for me. Pray for my company, the company I work for, because I feel like they are getting to the point where they're very greedy. The company I work for not only makes cleaning products, they make household products, they make health and beauty products. Oh boy, you would not imagine how many things my company is a part of. It's not Procter & Gamble, it's not Unilever, nobody like that. You would be shocked on all the things that my company produces. And if I quit, or if I get fired because I'm not working more than 4 12-hour days a week, I already told my husband, they can tell me I have to be there on the weekend, but I will call in, because I just can't, physically and mentally, I can't do it. And eventually I will get fired because of absentees. And places you don't get unemployment like you used to, you know. You've got to have a really, really good case, or you've got to be laid off or something of that nature. Pretty much to where it wasn't your fault that you got fired, and being absent from a job is your fault. So you have to either fight tooth and nail to get it and things like that, and just you just don't get unemployment anymore like you used to. So it's funny though, because I would stay with this company until I was old enough to retire. If they would just go back to the way it used to be a few years ago, where we only worked 5 days a week, and if you did work 6 days, it was it wasn't anything that, you just did it because you hadn't worked a sixth day in 7 or 8 weeks, so it's like, oh, okay, yeah. So when all the overtime started, I think that's what everybody was in the mindset, oh, okay, we're a little behind, I don't mind helping out, I understand. But then it got to where they took advantage of us, and we're all just so tired. And my husband told me, he goes, you all just need to stand up. They won't fire you all. Yes, they will. We are expendable to them. Even though they've told us we can't find anybody to hire. Nobody wants to work, and blah, blah, blah. But they would rather close the doors than anything, if you even breathe the word union, they find a reason to fire you. If you, the whole plant of production workers cannot stand up and tell them no, because you've got people who, they need this job. If they don't have it, they don't have their rent, their car payment, they don't have essentials, they generally need this job. For me and Scott, yeah, we need this job, but we would survive without it. Like I said, things would be tight and stuff. We would have to learn to adjust to just his paycheck and things like that. And I don't want to have to live from paycheck to paycheck and stuff, but that's what it would eventually end up being. Not right away, but if I didn't get a job, in a reasonable amount of time, it would end up being that way. And I'm too old to live paycheck to paycheck. I had passed that point of my life 15, 20 years ago, And I don't want us to be back at that. But I don't know what other choice that we may have, because when a person works 12-hour days, 6, 7 days a week, no time off, and you work for a company that they just don't care, the bosses don't have to do that, the office people don't have to do it, but they act like they're doing us a favor. You're not doing us a favor. You're killing us. So, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta get off of here. I didn't mean to bring you all down or anything like that. I just wanted to get on here and just kind of chit-chat and let you guys know that if I disappear again for a little while, don't worry. It's just because of my job. And, yeah. So I'm going to get off here and just pray that this doesn't end up happening, because I think when a company starts getting too big to appreciate the people they have, it's getting really bad. Yeah. So, anyway, I know this was kind of a downer of a video and stuff, but I've exhausted my husband in talking about it. Because he's like, I don't want to tell you what to do. He goes, and he did tell me, he said, it will be tight if you make the decision to quit. He goes, we'll get through it, but I'm not going to tell you to quit. Oh, he was so mad when I told him Friday night. He was so mad. He was cussing and carrying on, and because, you know, we were looking forward to doing things this summer, and finally getting some time together, because his company very seldom works a weekend. Once in a while they will, but not very often. And he was willing, because sometimes they have some overtime available for him. He doesn't necessarily have to do it. He can just sign up to do it. So he told me, he goes, I can pick up more hours if they're available, and we'll do what we have to do. But we refuse to live on credit cards. We refuse to do any of that. The only loans that we have is our mortgage, and we did have to get a car loan for Twyla for when she had her car wreck. Not this year, but the year before. So we still got one more year to pay on her car. But that's really the only loans we have. But yeah, we just, I wish there was an easy answer. I do. And there isn't. And I wish that they wouldn't do this, but they're going to. They said that next weekend we will be made to work the weekend, which would mean that would be 7 days in a row for me, 12-hour shift, before I got 1 day off. If I got the 1 day off. And like right now, we're so short-handed that I'm doing the job of 2 people. And that's really wearing me out. I come home just exhausted. But they don't have enough people. And the crazy thing is, I was looking on the unemployment website. I think it's Missouri Jobs. It's, you know, through the unemployment office. And they keep telling us they put ads in the paper, they put ads with the unemployment office and everything. I did not see one ad for my company in there. Didn't see it at all. So it's like, are you just lying to me? Because I've asked the plant manager, has this been done? Oh yeah, we have a constant ad up for employment. And it's like, no you don't, because I looked this weekend to see what was available out there, and they don't have it. They don't. So I don't know. It's just frustrating, I guess. But, you know, what are you going to do, right? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. And did go to a couple of garage sales this weekend just to try to decompress and and picked up a few things. And so I need to do a video on that to show you what I found. And I need to go grocery shopping. And do the laundry and clean the house. Wow. Oh, now we got the street cleaner truck. He's cleaning the streets. I would have thought he'd be out earlier than this. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. So, but I'm going to get off of here, everyone. Pray for me that I make the right decision. I don't do anything harsh and just fly off the handle and walk out or anything like that. Just, you know. I just hope that I can be guided in the right decision to make. And, like when I got this job, I was already working, but it was getting to the point that they were working us 12-hour days, 7 days a week, and I knew I had to make a change, so I found this job almost 5 years ago, and yeah, and now it's turned into the same thing. So anyway, just pray for me. I hope you all have a great week, and I will try to get on here next weekend and update you on things, but if I have to work 12 hours every day of the week, I don't know if I will be able to do that. But just know that it isn't anything serious. It's just because work. Oh, and you see my cat there by my petunias. There she is. There's Cat. And that's her name, Cat. So I will get off of here, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.